The Gehenna Stones. After leaving the vestiges of Tristram, Talia set out for the Gehenna Stones. They served as seals to keep the demons banished in hell, where Tanos himself had exiled them. Her so-called Foster Fathers Act would soon be undone. After her hasty departure, Talia now found herself a few kilometers, or miles, yards, or stone throws, depending on whatever crazy units are used where you are, away. She had managed to escape Grimly's forces, even if one or two evil creatures had to die. But hey, that comes with the job. The incredibly foresighted evil hadn't brought Talia here for nothing. The ancient Gehenna Stones were nearby. Tanos once banished some demonic minions to hell and used these ancient magic relics to seal them there. Unfortunately, it was unclear how these seals could be broken.
I was there back in the day when Tanos banished the demons and sealed the stones. I can open them! But should I really do it? These unearthly beings terrorize the land and... Oh, shut up, good Talia!
So, you know how to open the seal. Excellent. Devious evil is obviously nobody's fool. It all feels like a real plan.
I just have to get through to the seals, then I can open them. But I need protection from the elemental guardians while I do so.
Okay, that should be doable. Get Talia to the seals, guard her while she opens them. First, however, it would definitely be a good idea to build a powerful dungeon in order to be prepared for any heroes stationed in the area. There are countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting. There were disgustingly good places near the dungeon, which would look much better as islands of evilness instead, especially since that evilness could be used for new technologies.
What is that unbearable place doing right in front of my dungeon? Disgusting! Creatures, advance! Destroy that thing! Oh, are you sure you want to do that, Talia? Shouldn't we sit down in a circle and talk about it one more time? Are you still here? Honestly, can't you see I'm busy destroying everything that is good? I don't have time for this disassociative identity order nonsense.
Stop doing the Therese and Jeanette thing. Spiders have spread throughout the underground. It's payday.
There's something funny going on around here. My knee is itching where I caught that arrow. Men, check it out.
The presence of Talia and the conspicuous Evil's army had not gone undiscovered, and the first miserable heroes were already on their way to the dungeon.
Where we will, of course, welcome them appropriately. Move, you lazy dung beetles! Get ready! You always have to be so unfriendly? I mean, really? Can't we just talk about this? I know this really good psychiatrist and... Don't force me to hit myself!
Yes. As our protagonist sank into one of her disputes with herself, the heroes spread across the surface. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Ow!
Your creatures have inadvertently dug into a dragon's nest.
Unstoppable!
Your dungeon heart is under attack. Your dungeon heart is under attack.
Ooh, ah. Take me to the enemy.
The Absolute Evil's little snots had dug out a new room. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Your creatures have inadvertently dug into a dragon's nest. There are enemies in your dungeon. Payday. A room has been excavated in the underground.
What can I do for you?
enemies have entered the dungeon. Delicious evilness dribbled into the thereupon feasting evil's dungeon. This could be immediately sacrificed to the excellent idea of completing 1 or 2 new research projects. Payday.
The first Gehenna stone is very close. Soon I will destroy it. Tanos will be beside himself. Ha 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 ha!
Apparently, there were a few elemental guardians who were not particularly pleased at someone fooling with the stones. They threateningly turned towards Talia. Of course, the defense-orientated evil would protect her at all costs.
Talia, what are you doing? Why did you turn back to evil?
Father, I don't know. I keep trying to turn back to good, but a part of me... God, just shut it, you weakling. Tanos, you and your minions always look down on me. Grimly insulted me without you ever saying a word. You drove me to this.
My child, that is not true. Look inside yourself. There's still a spark of good there. Let it guide you. And not this...
Whoops! Looks like I accidentally tripped on a cable or something. Unfortunately, Tanos could not continue to talk to Talia. What a pity. Undeterred, Talia continued to work on breaking the stone seal.
Huh? What? Oh, yes, of course. Ha. Soon the seal will be broken. It's done! The seal is broken! Oh, what have I done? May the goddess forgive me. Are you still here? Oh, come on. Can't you pour your heart out somewhere else?
While Talia was occupied with herself, again, the seal was completely broken. Several portals to a strange world opened in the dungeon. From them, a few extremely committed demons immediately sprang, ready to serve the releasing from exile evil. The Gehenna stones contained a ruthless and mighty magic that not only supplied the dungeon with mana, but was also very dangerous. This posed no problem for the danger-loving evil, as it was far away. Besides, the magic was only supposed to affect the heroes. With the patience of a fox, the insidious evil now waited for a few heroes to test this ruthless and powerful magic on a few unsuspecting guinea pigs at the cost of a little mana. Payday.
And stay down! Good will fall!
Men, take a look at this. There's something strange going on here.
A local patrol unhappily stumbled into the area of the Gehenna stones. They wouldn't leave without a fight, just the way I like it.
Just the way I like it.
Wait a moment, I just said that. Are you trying to steal my lucrative narrator contract? Back off! I know where your car is. Enemies have entered the dungeon. As with the first stone, a number of guardians came to life to attack Talia. In its wisdom, the foresighted evil had already prepared for this. Let's hope so, anyway.
Talia, please, stop doing this. Return to the light. It took me many years, and I had to reload many previous save games before I finally managed to banish all these demons.
Father, I'm trying, but the evil, it's so strong.
Fight it, my child.
Don't forget that this stinker kept you locked up in a place that isn't called the fatiguing library for nothing for the last few years, and that his best friend is a dwarf who hates all elves. I know the narrator should normally be neutral and stay out of the story, but this guy's interjections are getting on my nerves when he's hundreds of miles away.
Right. You're not my father. You just took advantage of me. You claim to be an honest, decent paladin of good, and yet you allowed me to be mocked and insulted. I'm done with you.
Once Talia had returned to her true nature, she ignored Tanos and turned back to the stones.
This way, hobbits! I mean, evil creatures! Follow me!
A vortex could now be built. This excellent room makes it possible to create direct access to Hell by means of teleportation, or the gun from Portal, in order to hire funny, or sometimes not so funny, demons. The very curious evil soon began to build one of these vortexes. The first vortex was finished. Here, demons could be hired or resurrected after their inglorious death for a tiny fee of mana.
Done. The seal is broken.
Talia had conquered another Gehenna stone, this time even without an extended dialogue with her split personality.
Well, actually, I was about to...
Good grief, just shut up. Where were we? Oh yes, once again a huge jet of mana shot into the sky and a portal opened. Whether it led to the Winchester brothers, Buffies, Charmed or whatever universe, demons ready to kill jumped out. As usual in good games which still have some game time to fill, there was yet a third stone to be conquered. Talia was already on her way.
What's up? Just wait. Not gonna get up.
It's payday.
He's not gonna get up. Take that!
Enemies have entered the dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon. Defend the dungeon heart. The third Gehenna stone was very close. And a third time, the Guardians rose to prevent Talia from fumbling with the Gehenna Stone. Who would have thought? The first Tinkerer's Cave was finished and appeared solid enough. Soon the creatures of the Horde would gather here voluntarily or under the threat of beatings to build dangerous traps for unwary heroes.
Talia, I beg you.
What? You again? This chap's appearing for the third time already. What is he? The God's damn spirit of Christmas or something? Just shut up and let us get on with the game.
But
That's enough! She's not coming back to you. Get it? I reckon that after another 15 or 16 missions, she's gonna beat the ever-loving crap out of you.
But I'm...
My God, you just don't quit, do you? Okay. Talia, your job.
Shut up, Thanos! Can I say something here?
No.
Finally, the last seal has been broken. Death to all that is good! Power to evil!
Indeed. Talia had conquered another of the Gehenna Stones. Mana into the sky, demons out of the portal, blah, 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 and so on. You know the score. Now, only the last of the Gehenna Stones had to be taken.
Wait a minute, didn't you say a total of 3 stones? That was the 3rd stone already.
No, you're wrong about that.
No, I am not wrong. You said every good game has 3 goals.
I also said any good game.
True. Not much to say to that. Then it's off to number 4.
Talia, normally all good things come in 3s. But after 4 stones, I will try one last time to bring you to your senses. Please stop what you are doing and return to good. Together we can wipe evil from the face of the earth.
Father, never! I will be the Queen of Evil and destroy all that is good!
These words should make everything crystal clear. Time to take the last stone. Unfortunately, an unsightly rock pile blocked the way to the 4th stone and had to be cleared out of the way. Leaving the stone unturned would work in a bit more game time, am I right? Very commendable. Defend the dungeon heart. This rock heap was tougher than expected and... What the...
You woke me up. Was it you, my children, are all dead? You will pay for that. I will crush you.
Okay, I didn't see that coming. Of course, the anticipating evil had already expected something like this and plunged into the fight well prepared. It's payday. Menacing crunch, the huge stone monster hit the ground. The stone-hewing evil had triumphed. It debated having a new bathroom built from the remains. Taking the fourth stone was now child's play. So easy, in fact, that we'll just cover it in a short cutscene and spare you all that annoying clicking. All the seals had now been broken, and the demons thirsted to unleash chaos, destruction, and folk music upon the world at the ultimate evil's side. Okay, maybe I made that last point up. Grimly was still searching for the Dark Elf and the evil around her. On the other hand, she had asserted herself against her father Tanos and resisted the forces of good. But by the time his spies, much to their horror, found the Gehenna stones destroyed, the inconspicuous evil's army had already moved on. The Ash Spring Swamplands. While Grimly Hammerhand's henchmen were looking for Talia and the Absolute Evil's army, they in turn were slowly marching through the gloom of the Ash Spring Swamplands towards the dwarven town of Steelsmith. This idyllic area provided the unique opportunity to secure additional allies, undead. Whilst elsewhere, Grimly's scouts took the trouble to turn every stone in their search for Talia, and I mean that literally. She was marching towards the town of Steelsmith, the seat of the Dwarven King. However, after a not in the least bit subtle hint from the not at all tactful evil, she had taken a little detour through the Ash Spring Swamplands. Here, the ancient, cursed bones of long-forgotten soldiers lay uneasy in their graves, waiting only for the necessary nudge to finally rise and play the Talking Dead, or whatever it's called. Unfortunately, and of course purely coincidentally, Grimly, the racist Dwarven King, was also currently in Ash Spring.
Aye, chop more wood. I don't have enough resources. I want to build a barracks to hire knights and foot soldiers. I also need some for these palisades. Which idiot is responsible for this, please? My right toe could build a better defense on its own. Now, fix it. And over there, we'll build a watchtower. Or two.
Grimly is here. Excellent. I'll beat every single God's damned prejudice out of that bearded drunk's alcohol-soaked carcass. And some of these undead wannabes lying around here in their graves are going to help me. Let's see how that drunken idiot likes facing a few brain-hungry zombies. Not that he needs to be afraid with that little bird brain of his. Talia? Are you sure you don't want to reconsider? Undead? How low have we sunk? Ugh. Are you still there? I thought I'd finally seen the last of you in the previous mission. Anyway, shut up and let me work. I must raise the living dead.
So in order to start the Night of the Living Dead, our protagonist, the currently eating a chicken leg evil's envoy, had to reach the region's largest cemeteries and recruit their undead. tomb has been excavated in the underground. Ah! One of the Lucky Evil's little snots had discovered a hidden arcanium. Here demons could create valuable mana, which on the one hand they themselves needed, while on the other could also be used for powerful spells. And so it was that the first demon began to generate powerful mana in the arcanium. Ah! Delicious manna. I like to spread it on my Sunday morning croissant as my wife passes me a cup of tea and massages my feet as I open the newspaper to the obituaries. But back to the subject. Manna was also important to the couldn't care less about Sunday morning croissants evil because, on the one hand, his higher level demons loved the stuff, and on the other hand, it could be used to cast powerful spells. Of course, the excited evil couldn't wait to promptly try it out. The bustling evil had dug into a dragon's nest. Payday.
Aye, I knew it. That damn pointy-eared wench is sneaking around here somewhere. Let's go, men. Double the watches and leave something for me.
Ah, you have no chance against me and the ultimate evil. I can smell your beer breath all the way down into my dungeon, you drunken shrimp.
Spread out and find her.
The presence of the inconspicuous as a rainbow-colored dog-evil's army was no longer a secret. In fact, it was amazing it had escaped the warriors of good for so long. Well, their leader was a dwarf and he had lots of beer, but I digress. Hopefully the dungeon's defenses are ready. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Hey!
It's payday. Thankfully, no one has arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
Newborn babies would work faster and cry less than you lazy dogs.
God, hey! For evil!
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Take me to the enemy! Ah!
Dragons have nested in the underground. payday.
Cut more trees, you sleepyheads. We need more wood.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Got me on the enemy. Yeah?
Isn't that palisade finished yet? Get a move on, you lazy goddamn slackers!
Bye-bye, baby! Ah! I am the evil. I should turn back. This is not what the goddess wants. Ha! Exactly. You got it in one. Time for me to raise a few undead. Take that!
My grandmother could build this base faster and protect it better than you.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. It's payday.
I am even more powerful!
weren't any slower. You'd been going backwards!
She's not gonna get up. Sure showed him. More power. More power.
Payday.
Cut more trees, you sleepyheads. We need more wood.
All right, you undead, up you get! Fight for me and regain your honor. I am Isildur's heir. I mean, the deathly pale evil's messenger. Fight for me, and I will consider your oath fulfilled. An oath that you never swore. Excuse me, I seem to have mixed a few things up.
Splendid speech. But good enough for the mindless hordes buried here, who excitedly signaled their approval, even if it was with nothing more than a moaned brains. And so, the walking dead arose to serve the abominable evil. And of course, his eloquent envoy with the split personality.
Hey, I can hear you.
I certainly hope so. I don't want to just waste my insults.
We'll talk later. Go, undead. Destroy the living.
still love to work with professionals. Just once.
More undead joined the monstrous evil, and with a spirited, if moaned, brains staggered off towards the human defenders, the glorious...
Hey, that's my text. You don't even appear in this dialogue at all.
Your problem for taking such a long ciggy break. I'll take over your job in the long run. That's something we can both agree on.
Are your two personalities conspiring against me? Huh. As a narrator, I am unsurpassed. If you heard the stories I tell in the bar on weekends... forget about that. Additional undead have been secured for the insidious evil. Suddenly, a few dissatisfied bears appeared directly in front of Talia. Exactly, bears. And they attacked.
Hey!
This had nothing to do with a certain narrator's injured pride, but made total sense within the framework of the story. Biters, I mean zombies, I mean undead, oh, whatever. Rise!
Oh, hey! Hasta la vista, baby. Take that! Ah! Take that, you worm!
Heyday!
No! I'll be back.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Cannot stop me.
And zombies rose from their graves.
Oh, I'd love to work with professionals. Just once.
He's not gonna get up.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. It's payday.
Even more undead. Yes, walk my mindless hordes and destroy the living. Do you always have to be so evil? Ugh. Is that a trick question? Naturally! Who, if not me?
And even more undead marched against the human defenses in the glamorous evil's name. They didn't stand a chance. But suddenly, and this had nothing to do with the protagonist's previous insults, evil bears once again appeared to attack Talia.
Hey, it's all right, okay? You can keep your job. I'm sorry.
Almost miraculously, a bolt of lightning hit the bears and killed them on the spot. Amazing. But of course, it all made sense within the greater framework of this story. And the living dead rose.
Isn't that palisade finished yet? Get a move on, you lazy goddamn slackers! What are you doing, you deadbeats? Are you seriously going to let a few old corpses get the better of you? Take care of this, baby, before I kick your asses so hard you fly all the way to Stormbreeze, where you can tell Thanos personally what a bunch of goddamn cowards you really are!
Evil is unstoppable!
The Walking Dead set out to destroy all living things. All good living things, of course.
I have to leave you now because I have to prepare something back home. But you hold the fort here. Got it? Good. Take care of them.
With these heroic words, Grimly, the great dwarf king, took to his heels and ran. Some might think it cowardly.
Yes, the damn coward. But we'll get him and then we'll organize an intervention. We'll tear him a new one.
My goodness, what a turn of phrase. Outrageous. Still, it was a desire I can only agree with. Come on, for the validation-craving evil.
I will destroy this land.
And the good people's defensive camp went up in flames. The pitiful survivors ran in panic and dispersed in all directions.
Ha! those cowards! See how they run! Isn't that funny?
It does have something comical about it. Even the zombies emitted a laughing moan before pushing on to get some tasty brains before the others did. And the living dead rose. It's payday.
Now it is time to find Grimly and give him his rightful punishment.
What rightful punishment?
Oh, rightful or not, what do I care? As long as the dwarf suffers!
The lands of Ashspring were wholly under the crazed evil's control. Every now and then, a confused zombie would pop up, even though the living had already been driven out. But that didn't matter, for the absolute evil's hordes set out for Steelsmith, King Grimly's headquarters.